Welcome to my channel Maths for All by Saurav. So today we are covering chapter 4 quadratic equation of class 10 maths. Okay, so today agenda is what is quadratic equation, what is the standard form, and what is factorization method, and some examples. Okay, and the nature of the roots, and then some examples. Okay, so let's start. So first is what is quadratic equation. Okay, what is quadratic equation? Okay, so quadratic equation, as we learned in our previous chapter, are those polynomials with degree 2. Okay, so polynomials with degree 2. Okay, so for example, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So for this polynomial, the maximum power of the variable is 2. Okay, so this is a quadratic equation. Here a, b, c are real numbers, and a cannot be 0, because if a is 0, then there is no significance for this first term, right? Ax square is equal to bx plus c, which is a linear equation, so a cannot be 0. So a can be a real number, it may be in 1/2, 2/3 form, okay, but cannot be 0. Okay, so this is the quadratic equation. Okay, now come to the what is the standard form of the quadratic equation. Standard form, for example, there is an equation minus 18 plus 3x plus 4x square plus 5x is equal to 0. Okay, so this is the quadratic equation node. Okay, so first we need to convert this into a standard form. Okay, then we can show that is a quadratic equation or not. Okay, first take this x variable common. Okay, like minus 18 plus 8x plus 4x square is equal to 0. Okay, so here we know we combine this x variable, right, where for degree is 1, right, 8x, and now we can see there is no merging possible. So now this is a quadratic equation we know, but this is not in the standard form. The standard form is when we write the equations in the variable in the descending order of their degree. For example, their maximum degree is 2. Okay, so we write for 4x square. Then degree we need to take variable with degree 1, which is 8x. Okay, and then with degree 0, which is minus 18 is equal to 0. So now this is the standard form. Okay, so standard form is the way in which we represent the variables in the form of decreasing degree of their power, right? Decreasing degree of variable. Like here's the degree is 2, here's 1, and here's 0. So this is the standard form. Okay, sometimes what happens, we need to do this because we are not sure whether this is a quadratic equation or not. For example, minus 18 plus 4x square minus 4x square plus 18 plus 18x is equal to 0. Is this a quadratic equation? Okay, so it's look like we see, right, the maximum power of the variable is 2, right? Here is 2, here is 2. But is this a quadratic equation? That's all. So why we need to this process? We need to combine the variables with same degree. Okay, like we can say minus 18. This you say plus 4x minus 4x. This will be cancel out. Okay, minus 4x plus 18x. It will be 14x is equal to 0. Now this is not a quadratic equation, because when you write here there is no power of x which is degree 2. Okay, so this polynomial is of degree 1, hence it is not a quadratic equation. So we need to first merge all the values with the same variable value. Okay, same power of the variable. Okay, like you can see say here it is this x square, the x square, these are positive and negative, which just cancel out. So we remove it, and now in the final we get this equation minus 18 plus 14 is equal to 0, which is a polynomial of degree 1. Hence this is not a quadratic equation. Okay, and when we come back to the standard form, when we are representing the equation in the form of the variables descending power of the variables. Okay. And guys, so this quadratic equation is very helpful in the real time also. For example, there is some example. We have for example, this is the area, okay, which is 300 meters square, and this side is x and this is 2x plus 1. Okay? For example, this is a real-time problem. Okay, we need to find how we create a such of a plot area. Okay, where this is what is the length of this x. Okay, and we need this condition to be fulfilled. Okay, so you can say the area of rectangle here is x into 2x plus 1 is equal to 300. Okay, so when we solve this equation, it will be 2x square plus x minus 300 is equal to 0. Okay, now this is a quadratic equation. Okay, so solution of the, we need to understand what is quadratic equation, how we get the roots. Okay, then solution is very helpful in solving the real world problem. Okay, so hence we need to find the solution of this equation, then only we can create such a plot where this is side x and this is side is 1 more than twice of this particular side and area is 300. So we need to know the solution of this equation also, right? Solution of quadratic equation. Okay, so this will be covering in our next topic. Okay guys, now take one more example where we reach a quadratic equation, and to solve that quadratic equation then only we can get the solution. Okay, so let's say there are two persons, John and Jivanti, and their total marble they have is 45. Okay, so let's say initial they have x and y, so total x plus y is 45. Okay, now there is one more condition, they lost 5 marbles. Okay, they each lost 5 marbles. Okay, so it will be x minus 5 John have and y minus 5 Jivanti have. Now the product of these two numbers is 124. Okay. Now solve this equation, x minus 5 y minus 5 is equal to 124, and we know imply y is here 45 minus x. If we put value here, it will be x minus 5, y will be 45 minus x minus 5 is equal to 124, and if we solve it, it will be 40 minus x minus 5 is equal to 124, and solve it further, 40x minus x square minus 200 plus 5x is equal to 124, right? To solve it further, it will be 45x, okay, minus x square, and this 200 will go here, it will be 324. Okay, move this question, these two variables here, it will become positive, right? X square minus 45x plus 324. Okay, so now here we reached the quadratic equation. So it is very important to know what is quadratic equation, how to solve this equation, what are the nature of the roots. Okay, to find the real world problem solution. Okay. Okay guys, now take the example 2. Okay, here we have two equations. We need to find whether these are the quadratic equation or not. It may look like that these are the quadratic equation, right? If you expand it, it will come in the form of x square, right? Here it will also multiply with x, it comes in x square. But are they real quadratic equation or not? So that we need to find. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to expand this and we need to write the equation. Okay, now expand is, this will be x square plus 4 minus 4x plus 1 is equal to 2x minus 3. Okay, now if we solve it further, it will be x square, this 2x will come here, it will be minus 6x, this 5 plus 3, it will be 8 is equal to 0. So this is a polynomial with degree 2. So this is a quadratic equation. Okay, so this we prove that this is a quadratic equation. Now come to this one. Is this a quadratic equation? Let's see. So if you multiply this x with internal term, x square plus x plus 8, this will be x square minus 2x plus 2x minus 4. Okay. Now this x square will be cancelled out. Okay. This minus 2x plus 2x will be cancelled out. Now here we have minus 4, put it, come it here, right? It will be x plus 12 is equal to 0. Here this is a polynomial with degree 1. So this is not a quadratic equation. Okay, so guys, so initially the equation look like it's a quadratic equation, but it happens that the variable of the power 2 may get cancelled. Okay, So this may be not be a quadratic equation. Okay, so we need to solve it further to find whether this is a quadratic equation. For example, this equation look like, right? Here we multiply x and it comes x square, but this both x square will get cancel out in the end. Okay, so we have get final polynomial with degree 1. So hence this is not a quadratic equation. Okay guys, now our next topic is solution of quadratic equation by factorization. Okay, till now we have learned what is quadratic equation. Now we are going to try what is the actual solution of the quadratic equation. Okay, so let's use by a factorization method. In factorization method, we need to divide the middle term in the product of the in these two initial variables. Okay, for example, this 3x. Okay, we need to sum this middle term in the two variables such that their product will be the product of this term and this term. Okay, let's see, a plus b is equal to 3. Okay, minus 3 you can say, and the product a into b will be this one 2. We need to find such integer values. Okay, because their product is product of these two numbers, and thus their sum will be sum of this integer value. Okay. Now see, we can, for this one we can represent as 2x square minus, you know, right, 2 into 1 is 2. Okay, and 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay, so we can write 3 here, we can write 2 plus 1 x plus 1 is equal to 0. Here we write 2, here we take 2 and 1 by. The reason is 2 plus 1 is 3 and 2 multiply 1 is 2, so which is 2 into 1, which is 2. Okay, right? So here we take 2 into 1, which is 2, and 2 plus 1, which is 3. Okay, so if we ignore this sign, next. Okay, here we already take outside. So now take solve this equation. 2x square minus 2x minus x plus 1 is equal to 0. Take 2x common here, x minus 1. Here take minus 1. Okay, x minus 1 is equal to 0. Now you see, this is the common one. Take it common in here. It will be 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. So either this will be 0 or this will be 0. Okay, so x is equal to 1 or x is equal to 1 upon 2. So these are the real solution for this particular equation. Okay, now let's take one more example. This is the equation we have. So we need to divide this term into two integers such that the sum is this one middle term, and then product is the product of these two end point terms. Okay, so you can say 2 into 3 is 6, and okay, and so we need to take 2 into 3 is 6. Okay, so we take two numbers such that their product is 6 and their sum is 5. Okay, now if we see 3 into 2 is 6 and 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay, so we can take these two numbers. So let's say 2x square minus 3 plus 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. 2x square minus 3x minus 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. Take x common here, 2x minus 3. Take minus 1 common here, 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, now x minus 1 and this will be 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. So x equal to 1 or x is equal to 3 by 2. Okay, so this is the solution of this quadratic equation. This we come by using the factorization method. Okay, so here we need to take two such numbers where sum is this and product is the term of end terms, right? Product of the end terms. Okay guys, so you also learned here that these are the roots. Okay, when you put these roots in this equation, and this equation will become 0. Okay, let's put this value of, so example 1 here. So it will be 2 1 square minus 5 1 plus 3 is equal to 0. So say open it, solve it further. 2 minus 5 plus 3 is equal to 0. 5 minus 5 is equal to 0. LHS is equal to RHS. Okay, so guys, you know, right, same is the property of the zeroth of polynomial equation. Okay, zeros are those numbers when you put them into the polynomial, it will come zero. Okay, and this is happening same with the roots. So roots are the solution of this particular equation. Polynomial means once you put the value of the x, that particular root value, then it will become zero. Okay, so zero and root of the polynomial, nothing, there is no difference, both are same. Okay. Okay guys, now come take one more example. Okay, so for example, this is the equation 6x square minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so to solve this equation by factorization method, so we need to take two numbers whose product is 12 and this sum is this one, maybe you can say 1. Okay, so now 4 into 3 is 12 and 4 product or minus. Okay, it will be 4 minus 3, which is 1. Okay, so we can put this here, 6x square minus 1, which is now 4 minus 3, which is 1, x minus 2 is equal to 0. Solve this further, 6x square minus 4x plus 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. Take 2x common here, it will be 3x minus 2 plus 1 common here, 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay. Now so take 3x minus 2 common, 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now either this will be 0 or this will be 0. Okay, so x can be equal to 2 by 3 or minus 1 by 2. Okay, so these are the solution of this quadratic equation. Okay guys, now take one more example of this quadratic equation which have in the root terms also. So same thing we need to try. A into b is equal to 3 into 2, which is 6, and a plus minus b, right, which will be 2 root 6. Okay, so we need to find such two numbers. Okay, you can say 2 root 6 we can represent as root 6 plus root 6, and their product is also 6. Okay, which is root 6 and 2 root 6 is also 6. So we can take a and b as a root 6. Okay, put it here, 3x square minus this 2 root 6 will be root 6 plus root 6, x plus 2 is equal to 0. Now solve it further. Okay, now we need to take the common variables, values. So you can put it as a root 3 into root 3 x square minus this will be root 3 root 2 x. Okay. This will be minus root 3 root 2 x plus root 2 into root 2 is equal to 0. Okay, now take the root 3x common here. It will be root 3x inside. Okay, here it root 3 and x will come out, so it will left only minus 2 2. Here take root 2 common. Here will be root 3x minus root 2 is equal to 0. Okay, now it will be root 3x minus root 2. Root 3x minus root 2 is equal to 0. Okay. Now you can say x is equal to root 2 upon root 3. So here also same, right? Root 2 upon root 3. So this is the solution of this quadratic equation by factorization method. Okay guys, now come to our next topic, which is the nature of the roots. Okay, so as we know, right, our quadratic equation is like ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, and the solution of this equation is minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Okay, so these are the alpha beta roots. Okay, okay, so for this particular equation. Okay, now this is the determinant of the quadratic equation. This will show whether these roots are real or not real. Okay, so for example, if this is b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. Okay, if this is greater than 0, means this is some positive value, and we can easily take the root of that value, and so minus b plus 2a, and there will be some value, right, plus minus. So we have the two distinct roots. Okay, so here we have two distinct real roots. Now if b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, if this term becomes 0, okay, so now we left only with minus b upon 2a, which is a single value. So we have a one real root. Okay, if b square minus 4ac is less than 0, okay, now what happened? So this is less than 0. In the root we have a negative value, means this is an imaginary number. So we have non-real roots. So this is the way we can find whether we have the real roots, non-real roots, or a one real root. So this term, right, b square minus 4ac is very important to determine the nature of the root. Okay guys, now take one example. Okay, this is the equation and we need to find the discriminant of above quadratic equation. Okay, for above quadratic equation we need to find the discriminant. Discriminant we know is b square minus 4ac. So here a is 3, b is minus 2, and c is 1 by 3. Okay, put this value here. B square, which is minus 2 ka square, minus 4, a is 3, and c is 1 by 3. So solve it further, it will be 4 minus this 3 will be cancelled, it is 4, which is equal to 0. Now b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. So what this means? We know alpha beta roots, right? It is minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac upon 2a, right? So now this is 0. So we will left only with minus b upon 2a. Okay, so now this is 0. So this equation have only one real root. Okay, now solve it, put the value of b and a here, which is minus b is minus 2 upon 2a. A is 1 is 3. Okay, so this will be minus minus plus. This will be 2 will be cancelled out, will be 1 by 3. So this equation has only one real root, 1 by 3. If you put it here, 3, 1 by 3, which is 9. Okay, minus 2, 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3. See, this 1 by 3 and 1 by 3 is 2 by 3, and here is we have 2 by 3 is equal to 0. Okay, so only 1 by 3 is the only single root of this particular equation. Okay guys, so we have covered our agenda. So we have covered in this video what is the quadratic equation, how to solve the quadratic equation, how the quadratic equation solves real world problems, what is the standard form of the quadratic equation, solution by factorization and with some examples, and the nature of roots with some example, and we learned the quadratic equation, this one, alpha beta roots we have. So this is the formula for to write the roots of that particular quadratic equation. So hope you guys learned from this chapter. Okay, so please try to do exercise question, and we will come back in our next video with the solution of the exercise. Thank you guys. Please subscribe this channel to get update on the further videos. Thank you.